Nick Kyrgios could face Novak Djokovic in Indian Wells, but one player may spoil the party. Nick Kyrgios has been handed a nightmare draw in Indian Wells as he prepares to play his first match in almost 2 months. The Australian received a wild card into the Masters 1000 event. If he makes it to round 2, he will face Novak Djokovic in a blockbuster showdown. But the former Wimbledon finalist will have a tough task if he wants to get through the first round, as he has been drawn to face Botic van de Zandschulp. The world number 85 might be a lucky loser, but he's a dangerous opponent who previously upset Carlos Alcaraz and Rafael Nadal. Kyrgios is still seeking his first singles win of the season. The Aussie returned from a long injury layoff in January, but lost in the first round of the Brisbane International and the Australian Open. Now ranked at number 1099 in the world, he received a wild card into the main draw of Indian Wells. And when the draw was made on Monday, all eyes went to Kyrgios' section. The 29-year-old drew a qualifier or lucky loser in the first round, with the winner set to meet Djokovic in round 2. If Kyrgios makes it through, it will be a rematch of the 2022 Wimbledon final. Kyrgios and Djokovic have a strong relationship. The pair played doubles together in Brisbane earlier this year. But they could be denied the chance to face off on opposite sides of the net, as the Aussie has been given a brutal first opponent in Van de Zandschulp. The world number 85 got into the main draw as a lucky loser, following some withdrawals, and was placed to face Kyrgios in round 1. Van de Zandschulp is something of a giant killer, racking up some big wins in recent months. In September, the Dutchman stunned Alcaraz in the second round of the U.S. Open, handing the Spaniard his earliest loss at a Grand Slam tournament in more than 3 years. Van de Zandschulp also beat Nadal in the 22-time major winner's last ever match at the Davis Cup Finals in November. And he has wins over top 10 players like Taylor Fritz and Andrei Rublev. The lucky loser has never played Kyrgios, but he will fancy his chances against the former world number 13, who has barely played in the last 2 years due to knee and wrist injuries. Kyrgios also sparked concern during an on-site practice session on Tuesday when he was seen nursing his wrist. He quickly left the court. The 29-year-old underwent surgery on his right wrist over a year ago, and it took months of rehabilitation before Kyrgios was ready to compete again. He also complained of a throbbing pain in his wrist after making his comeback against Giovanni Montpecci Pericard in Brisbane earlier this year.